top lane, mid lane, of course, a little bit of a different story. It'll depend on how comfortable Kamiloo is in the Azir versus Akali matchup.
Yeah, definitely a really hard out-scaling draft here for NaVi. KCB does have...
Yeah, again, Jarvan a very linear champion, but
this is a very greedy play by Rhilech here to not cover his bot lane. We'll see if it pays out.
Mark Prime walking in. Flash gets the double root! The follow-up there. First blood. Hazel can now move in and look for the root of his own to try to kick things off. Instantaneous root. The follow-up, and that's 2 kills on the bottom side for KCB. The heal won't quite get Yukino out. So there's going to be 1 back.
A bit
So a single misstep from someone in this bottom lane, and they can just get run down. Rhilech on the way in. Yukino. Initial stack of the Dark Blade does hit. Flag Drag forces Parus back. Hazel has good setup to get the root onto Rhilech. Poby now on the way in, but Rhilech is getting damn low. Slow comes from some. Hazel burning through ammo pretty quickly. Next swap over will be the white gun, so the all-in threat does just continue to grow. Here's on the top side, Maynter ignited, and now in trouble. Tau, quick flash out! Solo Bolo on the top side! We were... The Rumble early pick paying off as they are able to punish and get that solo kill on top of a, a decent CS lead, even if Maynter does now have a little bit of MR. Bot lane going does make a lot of things very hype, as you can see Prime using the clone for a bit extra vision. Tau might be in trouble, forced to flash away. Rhilech on the way up.
Yukino is here though, if Tau can buy time.
4 seconds on the equalizer. Tau just needs to stay relatively healthy. Full stack Q on Decimating Smash, now overheating, doing a heck of a lot of damage. Rhilech trying to get out, but he burns to the ground! Yukino's here. Does he have the damage? Yeah, he's gonna walk him down as the Conqueror. Yeah, he's gonna work through that health bar. Maynter knows there's nothing he can do. Focused instead on just clearing the wave. KCB completely outplaying off. It was the Ignite up against the Aatrox, which I think stops so much of that effective healing. Yeah. Now KCB set up for their second Drake of the game. Rhilech on the way in. Objective getting lower, and they managed to steal it away. Well played by Rhilech. The knockup coming in, though, from Prime, and Kamiloo now into the backside, but he's going to get pushed back by Poby. Rhilech, Parus, Poby, all trying to push a little bit forward on a Hazel. Terrible guns for a fight from Hazel, but the snare coming in just in time, alongside the flash. Make sure you can at least get it out.
Poby as well, as he's starting to become one of the main characters in this game.
Yeah, and Tau, again, where so much of that gold advantage is. The rest of the team otherwise really, really even. The good news is Hextech Gunblade finally finished for Kamiloo as Equalizer pops on the top side. Rhilech Q flash back going in. Good damage coming in now that the Ignite is not in the picture. Hazel trying to follow up with an ulti of his own, but Parus there to keep the CC going. Red-white, though, means Hazel might be able to do a little bit of work here. However, the Sion's too tanky. The CC is too much, and just like that, NaVi even it up. That would be wild commentary.
That's true.
Prime. And up, Rhilech will get caught here, taking their time, making sure they layer the CC effectively. Rhilech able to dash out for a second. Sundered Sky almost keeps him standing as Poby lays down the Emperor's Divide. Yukino will now get cut down as Poby is on a killing spree. Good turn to make it a 1-for-1. Jungle for jungle.
Yeah, great flash. Oh, I think Kamiloo's in trouble.
That's going to be tough. Hex flash over the wall. Darkened Blade to follow. Kamiloo barely able to make it out of the range of the Infernal Chains. Dashing through with the ulti to try to escape. E over. R2 to make it out. Perfect backing and brushes. I think the lesson that we've learned is Yukino, as you said, will eventually just take down the objective.
It's going to be a tower for Drake trade here, as they're also sieging onto this mid tower with the Herald. It's pretty healthy, so I would be surprised, but this could be a good try.
Flash forward, 3-man engage. The follow-up coming in from the Rumble as well, but the targeting not quite perfect enough to lock up Hansam D. Rhilech also backing away. Maynter caught in the Cataclysm. Kamiloo off to the side. How much damage he can be able to done? Parus finally dropping, but Hazel, importantly, completely untouched. The Aphelios unleashing in that fight. Maynter dropping down.
I mean, Prime is...
Question mark pings abound as Prime wants to move down to the bottom lane. Initial slow there onto Poby. The Rhilech to push back into Rhilech and Tau. That is definitely not what he was looking for. The Ignite's still ticking. Parus now on the way. 3 members stacking up onto Rhilech. The healing coming in. He's going to get the reset on the ulti, and now he's running for his life. Umbral dashed out. Darkened Blade almost ready to go, but the Sundered Sky healing tops him right back up. Yukino, it's the he won! He hadn't procced it on you yet! They're just feeding him autos. At least they get Parus the root.
It's not going to be enough to take Rhilech. And now Hazel is forced to stay bot lane here, as Samdi will get this mid tower, but Yukino, I don't think he can actually kill Rhilech here, since he still has another Sundered Sky proc.
Yeah.
And Samdi is moving.
Yukino trying to get tricky though. Move there. Goes back over. Yukino, you're getting too weird with the movement.
Oh, maybe he can flag and drag over.
Flag and drag over. Swippy swap. He's just trading places, but now Hazel's waiting in the rush, and they can definitely kill Rhilech.
Bro, both junglers are kind of having fun with it, but it's
Version of the game from the past? Yeah, sure, bro.
yeah, but the Nash also has MR, so
Okay.
the Azir is also doing it slower.
Okay, fair. So now we've got a Sion all coming down the mid lane. Maynter looking to find his man. Gets the initial slow onto Tao. Yukino whips the flag and drag. Combo goes in. NaVi happy to have Tao. Know that the flash is gone. Kamiloo's going to respond by split pushing on the top side of the map. Vision to try to turn that into a salvageable fight. Maynter forced to flash away from Yukino's ult. As the objective again has been started. Samdi off on the side. Engage going in though for Parus. Yukino still relatively healthy. Prime flash in, another 3-man ulti to kick things off. Aphelios ulti as well. Poby marked up, about to fall down, but he just barely manages to live. Hazel with the tower set up over the wall, but they'll burst it down instantly. Yukino doing his best to survive, but it's just not enough. The kills have started coming through, and it's Rhilech once again to take over the fight. A triple kill for Samdi. NaVi dominating.
Rhilech is the world ender, and he's ending KCB's dreams in this one. It was such a fantastic engage from Prime, but there's just not enough follow-up. Kamiloo doesn't have the damage to take out Poby. Nobody. I mean, I guess this is a match that, as NaVi, you really want to be
Prime.
Prime.
Poby goes golden. Should set up a guaranteed route, or just about, but Prime's going to give his life as Samdi now unstoppable. Wanted to make that creative fast play, but it is going to cost him his life as Maynter tries to get the pressure down in the mid lane. This Baron will be pretty big for the side of NaVi, especially as they now have 3 Drakes as well. I imagine the member already down that they start to break open the inhib line. Hardest thing though is for Kamiloo. Again, there's so much MR here.
Yeah.
He's just not doing much as NaVi will break open the base of KCB.
Feels like NaVi now can just push towards the ending, at least getting to inhib. Maynter is so tanky, they can't make a play on him. Poby just has so much damage in range. So they're gonna back off after they get this bot inhib.
More wave coming in, 17 seconds left on the Baron power play, just a little bit awkward. You know, 15 seconds less at KCB probably could have held this tower, but that last wave does make all the difference.
Crucially, there's no flash on Samdi, as Prime was able to burn that in the last fight.
Rhilech.
Forced
to ult.
Yo, what happened to Prime's HP bar? How did he get... He just
I don't know.
died.
I missed that context. Is Maynter?
That's not flash, but...
Maynter maybe not the target you want to engage on. The rest of the team here getting pretty quickly.
Hazel, big damage.
Hazel, good damage. Good
Big damage
follow-up.
to
Maynter down. Parus is just getting burned. Maynter drops, as does Parus.
Okay, Aphelios. Big damage. Love to see it.
3 items and the Inferno.
NaVi.
What is a melee?
Just play super slow here, waiting for those inhibs to do their work.
They have double TP. If KCB overcommit here, it's only soul point. Tao on the flank. Kamiloo off to the side. TP going for Poby. Poby's going to try to end the game. They need to immediately win this fight on the side of KCB or they're going to lose it here. Stun onto Hazel. TP back from Kamiloo. He has to win the individual 1v1 as Hazel keeps this fight going because the Drake is already down. Poby might fall, but NaVi have secured the soul. He won't. He gets the 1-for-1. So damn close. But at the end of the day, NaVi get the soul. They get what they wanted. KCB traded up. They traded a member they can. KCB eventually are going to be forced to respond, and that's when they'll start the objective.
Yeah, Nash is going to be going over to NaVi here. I really think KCB has to drop this.
On back Prime, initial knockup is just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Too much damage. Deleting the support of KCB before he can get much done as Yukino finally going to fall here. Objective marked, but down it goes. NaVi taking the Baron. Very likely this is their victory. Tao there as well, but they just don't have the wave clear. Ulti goes down. Parus spots out Kamiloo, flash forward. Samdi burning. Samdi gonna drop Kamiloo now. Going all in on Poby.
What's happening?
Kamiloo just going, coming alive in the final moments. The Rhilech has too much healing. Hazel completely untouched. Maynter eventually going to fall. NaVi a little bit overeager, and it's gonna cost them. KCB turning. It's a TP down to the bottom side. It might just be.
They can play for it.
It's gonna be okay, Jack. It's gonna take a breath.
Okay, they're gonna get the inhibitor.
Okay.
Parus is up, Samdi up in 5. They're not gonna play for the end, are they? Don't play for the end. You guys
think they're gonna play for the end.
Don't play for the end. You guys
Prime,
can end.
Prime pretending to be a minion.
Oh no, they're gonna play for the
Feel
end.
ready.
No, guys, run
Open
away.
for
You can't
Samdi.
end.
Plus you often talk on Prime. Parus, heal, ready to go. Rhilech starting things off. That's the ulti back. hoping for the moment. Flash from Prime, only going to connect to the one. Hazel hoping to find a decent ulti angle, but here comes Maynter. He really hasn't been able to do much damage at all yet. The CC is beautiful. The Aphelios falls, dies. The dreams of KCB cut short. They wanted to end it. They felt like it was their only option, but NaVi was not about to let that happen.
And KCB, they found so many miracles, but they fall at the final hurdle with the desperation to try to finish the game. As now NaVi, after a hard-fought, back-and-forth fist fight, will take down the Nexus.
They're taking their sweet time, though. He's clearing the minions first.
This time is not doing too much damage.
I gotta say, a banger of a game.
Yeah.
NaVi, well fought. KCB had him in the other game. NaVi mounting an excellent comeback. Full control in the later stages to pick up their 3rd win on the LEC stage.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
And I think you can see a lot of the raw power on these rookies, on this KCB lineup. You can see that the macro isn't quite there, some of the decision making. I think it was pretty clear that they shouldn't have went for the end.
They felt like they it was 2 minutes and 30 to the next objective.
Yeah, but I think you should kind of feel after you win a fight when they have Nash plus Soul that you can actually win the game.
Yeah.
They won a fight 3v5 with Nasher and Soul.